All right, welcome back for week one feature matches. This is our second match here for Lost Caverns of Ixalan. And we got a nice little treat here. We got two brand new players to our league. So, first time in the feature match, first league, first week. So, both of them messaged me interested in the match, and I paired them up against each other. So, we got Jordan V over here against, which is Romnor, against Josh M. And Evan will tell us a little bit about what's in his hand over there.
Man, Josh M has just an insane hand.
Okay,
So one of his bombs of his pool is Quintorius Canned as in hand, but there's also a green card, Nurturing Bristleback, the land cycler,
okay.
a plains,
And a
a bunch of
swamp.
other red
Okay.
cards, and two black cards. So it's a four-color deck at
Okay.
least,
So he's kind
and
of a little greedy, it seems here.
a little bit greedy. Yeah,
And it looks like Jordan may be on the other side here. Of I didn't quite see all of his lands when he played the Compass Stone, but he appears to be a green-red deck. Not sure if he's splashing too much. His hand doesn't have too many bombs, but it's highly functional. So he's got Atali's Favor here that he's about to cast. Uh, he's
love
got
that card.
he's got two more 2 drops. Oh, I kind of yeah. I was like, I think a lot of people would just go and kill that artifact, but that artifact, I don't know. I don't know about killing that artifact. It doesn't seem that good to me. But
I think it's good in a long game. However, this is at the very start of the game, right? I think he could have guaranteed some land
I
drops.
think I like
He
the
could have
explore.
gotten some. So, sorry, was that?
I think I like the explore there because that would have also maybe
Absolutely.
prevented his creature from getting a dead weight. Because he doesn't want to hit
Mhm.
his lands. Jordan does. He has 2 2 drops, but then his other cards there's 2 6 drops. Um,
Mm,
so they're both
yeah,
commons. There's a Cavern Stomper, 6 mana, 7/7, and there's a Monstrosaur, which is the land cycler in red. So nothing too crazy, but definitely. I mean, we just saw there was at least one land on top there, so maybe there was another
yeah.
non-land to get his creature to survive. But yeah, Josh does need to deploy some stuff here in order to not fall too far behind, and that should do it for the time being.
Hmm. Very lucky to have drawn that because the rest of the cards in his hand are red. He's got a Dire Flail, a Volatile Wanderglyph, a Geological Appraiser, and a Quintorius Can. So the mountains have to start coming. Otherwise, I think that Jordan might be putting the beats on him pretty soon.
So maybe he's playing like a Jund deck with Quintorius thrown in there for good measure. Ooh,
Sounds like it. Yeah.
that's that's a card. Okay.
Hmm.
That's a good one. That'll maybe help him find his red. I think he's be cracking the map immediately.
Yeah. And if it's some other color
There it
land,
is.
but it's not. I was gonna say that he could even grow his Akawali a bit by yarding something,
Yeah,
but
so he's got the mountain, he's got the rare here, so he's just Josh is just he's decided he just wants to cast rares this game.
the board looks a little flipped now.
So Jordan is gonna mountain cycle to guarantee his 7/7 here. Just
Hmm.
with the risk of falling behind if he doesn't draw the land there. So throwing away the 6 drop and getting so to the bottom goes a forest and a skewer slinger, which is a 2 drop from
Ah,
Woe, the little 1/3 there.
yeah, pings on attack or block.
Yeah, cards like that and the 2/2 cat that he has in play, the brawler, make me believe that he's probably just playing a 2 color deck here. These are cards that you
Yeah,
usually don't want in your deck unless you're playing 2 colors, and I've been there. I'm like one of the biggest advocates of just playing 2 colors from the start if you can, if your pool lets you, even if it means you're playing some bad cards for the first few matches. So I don't blame him. I'm not going to
that
begrudge anybody from putting below average 2 drops in your week one deck.
absolutely. However, in the previous feature match tonight, we were talking about the one ones that are plentiful and even viable. And if I recall correctly, the Skewer Slinger for some reason has reach. Is that correct?
I believe so, and it also pings off creatures when it enters combat with them.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it can just be, I guess, unblockable by 1/1 flyers, and also completely can defend somebody
Yeah,
versus those one
this
one flyers.
Quintorius is. I mean, they're only putting one planeswalker in each set now, but they're making sure that planeswalker is dang good. I'll tell you that much.
Hmm.
from Ashiok in the last set to this one. Like, they toned down the planeswalkers, which I think us limited players can appreciate. But this one is just about as good as it gets for 5 mana. It's going to be a very difficult road here.
Yeah. So well defended too.
Yeah, so Jordan just has lands in hand here. One of them being a hidden volcano, which he's drawn for the turn. Looks like he's just
Okay.
going to throw everything there, and when the brawler attacks, he could put trample on the large one. Um,
Okay. So this forces some interesting blocks if he
but
wants to save Quintorius.
he can definitely, well, he can definitely save Quintorius. Quintorius is not going to die, but it's going to, the 7/7 is going to die, and he's going to have one of his other creatures eaten, I imagine. Probably the 2/2 that makes a treasure.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
So yeah, it looks like Quintorius.
he's
I
going to
mean, you
get
said he
it.
has nothing in hand, but is going to
No.
survive with one life left,
Yeah, but with just a
one
2/2
loyalty.
left versus the Quintorius still active, like the plus is making a token, which is like pretty backbreaking.
Hmm.
Like oftentimes we see planeswalkers where the minus is like making a token or it's like a 0. Basically, it doesn't go up, but this one goes up, so it's just going to be literally an uphill battle here against it.
Oh man, and Army Guy Mac, he has pulled in a second geological appraiser, and if I do believe Discover will be triggering Quintorius as well if they
Yeah,
manage
it
to.
is casting from exile. I mean, it's part of Quintorius's like it's the way the whole card works. So yeah.
Yeah, seems like this game is quickly going south.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Jordan has something crazy here, but even just another 2/2 here for good measure. Uh, I'd be.
Yeah, out of Jordan's deck, there is a Trumpeting Carnosaur that he could
That's a nice one.
potentially
Yeah.
draw, as well as Huatli, Pot of Unity, and Pugnacious Hammerskull. So there's some good,
Yeah, yeah.
red green dinos, but I don't know if
Mountain
it's going to be
Mountain's
enough.
not going to do it. No.
Mm-mm.
There
There's the
goes the
Carnosaur.
Carnosaur. Yeah. So in some past sets, this ability could target planeswalkers. These type of spells. It's happened quite a bit, but not in this set. It can't.
Yeah, they've been making them better, haven't they? Those kind of bite or punch effects,
Yeah, I
letting
know. In
them.
I think Cosmic Hunger from Mom could hit a planeswalker or a battle, and a couple others can hit planeswalkers. This one can't. Though, even if he killed Quintorius here, like he's still pretty far, like extremely far behind on board. So even getting rid of
Hmm.
Quintorius would have just been. I mean, it would have been one obstacle taken down, but there's still a whole board worth of creatures here, staring down a sad kitty cat here.
Yeah,
So this is going to be.
Sunbird Standard.
That's a 3/3. There you go.
Yeah, wonderful card. I really like it.
I have yet to play with it just because I haven't really been splashing around too much in this format. But
Hmm.
I've seen it be good, and it's quite good here. And this game is figuratively over and literally over, with the next turn. And
Yeah.
here's another one for good measure.
Hmm.
Oh, there's Deadweight he gets to
Oh,
throw in his hand. Yeah, so looks like a Jund deck with a Quintorius. Well, but whatever it is, it worked here. just
yeah.
rare after rare after rare, and Jordan just playing exceptionally fair Gruul magic here. Yeah, so he's just Gruul. He's playing basically every green and red card and some artifacts in his deck to make it work. Um, I applaud and commend the discipline it requires to do this on week one, considering how much how tempting it can be to go all over the place with your colors. But he's got his deck here, and he's got a bunch of dinos. He's got a Huatli, the creature version. He's got the Carnosaur that you mentioned. He's just got big dinos. He's got the Gruul gold card too, the one that can deal damage when it comes in.
Mm, yeah. So yeah, you are quite right. It seems to be a Jund deck. Unfortunately, there's a bit of quality issues, so I wasn't quite able to make out the if Josh's what changes he made, if
Mhm.
any.
He's
But there's the Jund, just pretty much straight 3 color, I would say. And then he's splashing for Contorius, and he's splashing for one Sun's Avatar, Gishath.
oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of just a 7/6 haste for 8, so not really most exciting splash. But if you can make it work, make it work. So the
Hmm.
one thing I will say about Jordan's deck is if you're going to be 2 color, I would like a bit more removal than he has. But he does have 2 copies of that rare, the Galleon, that can deal 5 damage to a creature when it comes in. So that's nice.
Mm,
He's got a
yeah.
two. He's got 2 Rumbling Rock Slide and 2 Huatli's strikes. No Abrades, however, which is you like to see those.
Okay, and those also will be able to trigger the secondary text on Galleon that potentially, right, that can make a
Yeah,
treasure.
get a treasure. Yeah, the Huatli strike and the Rumbling Rock Slide can work towards that. A bit of a tough keep here if he keeps it. It's looking like a mulligan, probably. He's got a
Hmm.
mountain and a captivating cave, and then a bunch of green cards. So he's keeping, hoping to draw a forest or any land to start casting his green spells on turn 3. He's
Hmm.
got the Firstborn of Gishath. I think it's Quinth. The names in this set are unbelievably ridiculous to pronounce, though. I've
Yeah.
I've sort of shorthanded some of them to some more manageable words. But yeah, no land means nothing to play here. So uh, what's Josh doing over there?
Josh is curving out nicely.
There you go.
He started off with, well, 2 mountains, 2 forests, Sunshot Militia, Primordial Gnar, and the Geological Praiser. Then he since drew the Plundering Pirate. He's drawn the Swamp. So 3 of his main colors online, and just a nice curve out of being able to go 2 drop, 3 drop, ping, tap my stuff to also ping. It's looking very solid
Yeah. So
here
unfortunately, I
for
mean
Josh.
Jordan drew the land, but unfortunately his big play is to play a 1/3 here,
Hmm.
using the captivating cave. So a bit of a risky keep. I think on the draw, it's a hand that's a lot more keepable than on the play, just because it's a hand where you can't cast anything with the lands and spells that you have. So hard. I have a hard time keeping those, but he was hoping for the best and hoping to curve out with a green source because he does have double Huatli's strike. He does have the Colossodactyl in hand, the 4 mana 4/5, and 1 copy of the Galleon. So there was a lot of potential there, but this Sunshot Militia has been such a performer in this set, unbelievably
Yeah.
so. It looked like filler, like in in spoiler season. We're just reading. We're like sorcery. I have to tap all my stuff down before my opponent's turn. It's like no, you just have trinkety artifacts and creatures that can't really enter combat, and you could just ping opponent down with those treasures, your all of your craft cards that are just sitting around until you craft them. Like that card just does so much, and it's and nothing is affected by summoning sickness, including itself. So you can activate the ability right away. Like what a performer! That card just shot up immediately after a couple of days of drafting. Seeing it on the other side and trying it out myself. Impressive card.
Yeah. It's just something that really has to be dealt with
It,
at some point.
it's a two
There's
drop.
been times where
It's a 2 drop that can take over and decide games, which is very rare for a common.
absolutely, there have been some sealed games that I've been playing of this format. I have a 1/1 death touch, and I say, you know what, I kind of want you to either attack in, and then we could trade, or I'll attack in myself because I could wait around for something, but this thing represents enough of a threat that I'd rather have it off the battlefield than to wait around to block something bigger.
Yeah, my conclusion is that it's played out like an uncommon, honestly, and
Hmm.
the sizing too. Like if it was like a 2/1 or something, it would be like so much worse because it can't block ever basically as a 2/1. As a 1/3,
Hmm.
like it can block early too. Like it could just stop you from being attacked, and you can deal damage. So impressive card, absolutely. And while we're talking about this, the situation has not gotten better here for Jordan. He's drawn a Malamet Veteran, the 5 drop, a Hunter's Blowgun, which is it is the winner of Cofflerism of the set. I can happily inform you, but it's not winning any other awards, unfortunately. because not a highly impactful spell here. But
Okay, well, at least it can be equipped, and we can have a 2/4 blocker.
yeah, he can just suit up his 3/2 with the flail here and just keep attacking.
Mhm. Yeah, I believe he will be doing that and then developing his Primordial Gnawer post combat.
Is that the 5/2?
That is the 5/2
Okay.
with Discover, I believe, 3.
Interesting that he's attacking with. Oh, I guess it's not a trade. Yes, of course. I was like, yes, of course he's attacking with that one because he can't
Yep.
trade because it's only Death Touch on his turn, Jordan's turn.
Mhm.
Yeah, that blowgun. It's like it's versatile, but like neither of the abilities are strong enough to make me wanna play that. You know.
Right. Okay, well, there comes out the Galleon,
Yeah,
like you were
that's
mentioning, one of the
something.
two.
Make a treasure.
And now he can present a decent blocker for the Praiser,
Well,
potentially.
is it not just lethal here at 5? Looks lethal to me.
That does look lethal indeed.
The flail gives +2/+0, right?
Yes, it does. It's like a Bone Splitter, right?
Yeah,
But
I don't even
red.
think there's a 1 mana spell that at instant that can blow this out.
Oh, interesting.
He's crafting instead. I guess I mean he still equips for 1 here.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we just see we see the power of the multicolored deck when it doesn't get stuck on colors. Just being able to the reason why you play the 3-color deck or 4-color is to play your most powerful cards. That's the reason. It's not because the mana is good and it's consistent. It's because you get more powerful cards. So
Hmm.
congratulations here to Josh getting his first win in his first feature match. So we'll be back a little bit later for our last feature match of the night.